Today, I'm going to talk with you about why my daughter chose a business that pays 1,000, well, up to $1,500 per sale against one that is $1,200 per sale. Now, when you listen to those figures, you're thinking, well, the 1,500 is better because it is more, but that's not why she made that decision. If you are new here, my name is Sunganani. I lost my job 2 years ago when I turned 50, and now I help people start businesses online using their experiences, their expertise, and or their skills. And I started with my daughter. So let's get straight to the point. If you were here in the last video, I shared with you how I worked with her using Ikigai to come up with a business plan that looked at how her strong points based on her psychology degree. Okay, and how when we had finished everything, even though the financially everything looks good, she looked at the report and she said, "This is not me." And we had to sit down and talk about this. Now, I'm sharing this because for some of you, your job or your expertise is much as you do it, but it's not, doesn't give you joy. It doesn't represent who you really are. And you're wondering, which way should I go? I want to show you what we came up with my daughter when we did the Ikigai process the second time, but leaving out the psychology aspect of things. And that is going to prove a point to you. But first, let me show you what we came up with. Okay, so if you remember, this is the first one, wellness programming and so on, which would give her up to $1,200 per sale. And that is good. This is what she was trained for. And, she also had an interest with children. She loves playing with children, working with children. But there were issues like certifications that are required because you're working with some of the biggest organizations on the planet that work with children, and they take working with children seriously. So as she waits for that, she decided, I still need to be doing something as I'm applying for jobs, but I also need a side hustle. So what we did was I said, okay, we're going to do the Ikigai process again, and we're going to take away the psychology bit of it. We were going to look at her experiences and the things that she loves. And so I said, don't put in anything that has to do with psychology unless it is something that you like. So she spent her time and she had a goal of making up to $3,000 per month. And then, what she loves, what's good, what needs, what the world pays for. And then came up with a statement of what she's going to be offering. We did the market intelligence and looked at what is happening on the market, and also audience language map. What are they saying that shows that we're really addressing their issues? Because remember, if a business does not solve people's problems that they have, then there's a mismatch. You blow a lot of money in it. And also, we looked at the opportunity and said she scored 71 with the composite validation score. It's solid, and she could proceed to the offer. Now, the pricing. The Spark is costing that much, $150 to $200. The World Bible recommended it's up to $650. The Deep World up to $1,500. Now, some of the reasons that she talked about why she chose this one. She builds maps for people who are playing games or who are writing stories or novels and things like that. She likes to draw. She's an artist herself. One of these days, I might show you one of the things she has done as a student. But she picked that because she said, now this is me, that this is what I enjoy doing, this is what I could spend hours doing, and if I can get paid for it, then yeah, this is it. So we don't just stop there. For her, it was a 7 day action plan. This is what you do between day 1 and 3, and then day 4 and 7. And there's also a detailed plan. That is her starting point, not the finish lines. And then we have to work on how she's going to sell this to the people who need these maps. Okay. So this is what it is. Why this is important for people is this: most people, especially those that work or recent graduates, think that the only direction to go, the only way to go, is to do what they've been trained in. But that's not always the case. Here is a psychology major who can earn up to 1,200, and actually the last tier on her psychology program, she could earn up to 1,500 per month or more if she wanted to. But there was a mismatch because of language issues, but also the nature of the work. But when we we did it again, and she came to the second one that I showed you, you realize that I realized rather that she was in her element. She discovered that this is something that she enjoys doing. There's a little bit of psychology in it there, yeah, but not much. And oh, her art came up, her love for reading and drawing and providing a service for the gaming community. All that just came up, and I realized this is who she is. So this is a side hustle she can do on her own. Now, you may be somebody who is working, like in one of the case studies that I showed you, where this lady could make between $8,000 per deal to $35,000 per deal. She cannot start because she signed exclusive agreements with her employer. Maybe they are non-disclosure agreements or conflict of interest and things like that. She cannot start only until she leaves the job. But I do happen to know that she is also good at interior decoration. Yeah, not internal. She's one of those people who come into a room and she'll say, this can be better, this should be here, that should be there, and so on. And it looks amazing. It looks so different. And it's a total business that she can go into right now if she wanted, where she's living. It's totally detached from her official work. That's why I am sharing this with you to say, if you're a recent graduate, don't just look into, oh, I was supposed to be a teacher or a psychologist or sociologist or whatever it is you were trained to do. Not that it's not good, but start there and then try also looking into the things that you're good at, things that you're interested in that are not necessarily your academic or professional qualifications. People are able to make just as much money in that field as well. So, if you want me to help you through this process, then book a call with me. I'll put a link in the description of this video as well as in the first comment, pinned comment. The pinned comment, just go there and fill in the information, and I'll get back to you to see whether we can work together or not. This is what I love to do. This is me. Like my daughter, this is me. This is what I am. I can do other things professionally, but helping people get better in whatever way I can is what I do. And I want you to start building an income before the job that you have leaves you. Or if you are a recent graduate, I want you to start building an income before you even go into that job, and that is going to totally change your life. So click the link below and I'll see you on that call. But in the meantime, I would like you to watch this video. Peace to you.